Recently, Pokemon announced the newest set coming in March 2021 called Pokemon Sword and Shield Battle Styles. And I talked about the cards that they showed in a release trailer just yesterday, so if you want to check it out, you can find it right here. However, in that video, I said that I wasn't really sure about Rapid Strike. I wasn't really feeling it based on Urshifu Vmax's moves. However, I think I was wrong. Searching the internet, I found on Bulbapedia community translated cards from the Pokemon Battle Styles set in Japanese to English, and oh boy, these Rapid Strike cards. Oh man, I think Rapid Strike is going to be the thing. I think it's going to be the thing. And don't get me wrong, Single Strike still has a lot of really cool things going for it, and I'll do a video about it in the future. However, I really want to talk about Rapid Strike and its potential. Urshifu's Vmax attack lets you put 120 damage on 2 of your opponent's Pokemon. Any 2 you want. That pairs really well with a particular Pokemon, and I am talking about Orbeetle Vmax. Orbeetle Vmax has the ability Eerie Beam. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, it does 10 damage to all of your opponent's Pokemon. If you have multiple Orbeetle Vmaxes, you can just cycle them through to keep doing 10 damage. This also works really well with Galarian Zigzagoon and Scoop Up Nets. It works really well with anything poison like Slowbro V. So you can put these Pokemon in the active spot, not the Zigzagoon, you don't need to, but you can just throw it down, 10 damage, Scoop Up Net, 10 damage again, and you can keep pinging away and doing damage. What I really love about this is the potential setup. You can really secure one-hit kills pretty easily with the boss's order, even though you might not be doing the major 270 damage that the Single Strike Urshifu Vmax does. You're only doing 120, but you don't need to do all that damage because you are constantly chipping away. So let's talk about just a couple of different combos that might work. We already mentioned the Orbeetle Vmax and the Eerie Beam. It's a pretty well-established deck archetype at this point. You can go find another video showing how to use Orbeetle Vmax and the card list and all kind of stuff. I'm not going to do another video, but you can take the principles of an Orbeetle Vmax deck and apply it to a Rapid Strike Urshifu deck. And what's beautiful is to use the Eerie Beam ability doesn't require any energy, so you don't have to worry about really powering up these Orbeetles, so you can concentrate putting all of your energy on your Urshifu Vmax or whatever your secondary attacker is, and just cycle through those Orbeetle Vmaxes and constantly pinging for 10, and then hit with a big 120 on 2 of your opponent's Pokemon using the Rapid Strike Urshifu Vmax. That's one option. Another option is to just run through with Galarian Zigzagoons and Scoop Up Nets, and you can keep just throwing them down and putting a bunch of them with Scoop Up Nets, keep pinging away, and I think that's just a great strategy. It's super annoying. It's really good for dealing with bench liabilities, things like Denes, Crobats, Gormandizing Snorlaxes once they go onto the bench, or you can boss up the Galarian Zigzagoon, hit it with 10, Urshifu Vmax's attack, hit for another 120, boom, there's your 130 to knock out the Snorlax. So there's a lot of ways that you can handle it, or actually you don't even need a boss because you can do it to 2, so yeah, you can just hit it for 120 and hit it with another 10 with the Zigzagoon and it's done. So really cool mechanics, and I think Rapid Strike is shaping up to be something that lets you really just hit things easy. But another Pokemon that maybe hasn't been considered is Wobbuffet V. And I know what you're thinking, Wobbuffet V, who uses that? But Wobbuffet V has the Gritty Comeback attack, which swaps all of the damage counters on that Pokemon with all the damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. And if you boss up a fresh Pokemon, and Wobbuffet V has a bunch of damage counters, Gritty Comeback, boom, you just swapped them, and then next turn you can continue to chip away with your Eerie Beams, your Poison, your Zigzagoons, or your Urshifu Vmax attack, whichever you want. But it's a really cool way to put a good amount of damage, or potentially a good amount of damage, on a fresh Pokemon very, very quickly, and then finish it off with something else. What's really cool too is you'll probably be facing off against some type of special energy, whether it's heat energy, stone energy, some of these Rapid Strike or Single Strike special energies. And so Rapid Strike sets have a way of dealing with this with the Undulating Fan item, which takes one special energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon and puts it at the bottom of their deck. It doesn't unfortunately discard it, but there are some cards that get special energy out of the discard pile back into your hand, so maybe it's not the worst thing. It does put it at the bottom of your opponent's deck, so they could search it out. But anyway, at least it's better off the field. Whether it's in the discard pile or in your opponent's deck, it's better off the field, so this card is good with dealing with something like that. And finally, let's talk about the supporter, the upcoming supporter for Rapid Style, and that is Mustard, the Rapid Strike style Mustard supporter card. And this is a great supporter. You can only play it if it's the last card in your hand. However, you can take a Rapid Strike Pokemon from your discard pile, put it onto your bench, and then draw 5 cards. It doesn't even say draw until you have 5 cards. It says draw 5 cards. Now, of course, everything that we're talking about is community translated. So this could say draw until you have 5 cards. It could say draw until you have... We don't exactly know what the official wording will be. We don't know if these cards will officially be in the set released in March. But assuming that it is translated correctly, and assuming that all the cards that we talked about do appear in the Battle Style set, then this card is great. This is such a good supporter, and it works really well if you have to discard an Urshifu or some other Rapid Strike Pokemon from your hand for like a Dedenne or Professor's Research, something to reset your hand. I think this is a great card. Or even if something just gets knocked out and you're like, no, I need that back. There are so many ways you can do this, but I really want you to consider something like Orbital Vmax, Galarian Slowbro V, or even Galarian Zigzagoons, just ways to throw down quick damage and just chip away your opponent's Pokemon. I think there are so many cool things you can do with Rapid Strike, and I am so looking forward to getting my hands on this. I was kind of leaning towards Single Strike originally. I have an idea for Single Strike, but I gotta think about it a little bit more before I put out some suggestions. And who knows, maybe I come up with something crazy and it changes my mind. But at the moment, I'm kind of leaning towards Rapid Strike, at least right now. Again, that can all change when we get our hands on these. We'll see how they do in the meta. Maybe Rapid Strike isn't everything I'm making it out to be. Maybe it's the best thing we've ever seen. I don't know, only time will tell. But that's going to do it for this video. If you happen to enjoy it, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, let me know what kind of style you're leaning towards, if there's anything in this set that makes you nervous about the meta or something that you're really looking forward to. I want to hear from you guys, so put that in the comments below. Liking, subscribing, all that kind of stuff really helps people find the channel, find this video, and it helps us grow. So if you could do that, it'd be super appreciated. And until next time, let's see ya.